Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of the Barnburner Podcast. Today is Wednesday, December 22nd, so it hasn't even been a week since we recorded the last episode, but with Christmas weekend coming up, we didn't really have any time, so we had to get it out of the way. Today is definitely going to be a bit of a shorter episode. I'm sure for those of you listening, you already can see how long it is, but there really isn't too much to talk about in terms of the NHL. Games, almost every single game has been postponed the last the last almost week or so, and it's really only the American teams playing because a lot of the Canadian teams are going to be going cross-border. A lot of the Canadian teams are going to be going cross-border. So, yeah, we just have a little news to talk about, and I guess we'll start off with a potential save of the year from a very unlikely candidate, Malcolm Subban, with who was it even against?
Pittsburgh. When I saw it, I got the score update. And it was like, is Malcolm Subban even human? And I was like...
I feel like he is.
He's not really the greatest goalie,
Yeah.
but...
I don't know. I mean, it's funny because last week we were talking about goals of the year, assists of the year, and now we get to talk about a potential save of the year. Malcolm Subban. I mean, everyone gets lucky. That's what I always say.
Wow, how the hell did you even do that?
The last guy to do something like that was what, like Vasilevsky, the behind-the-back glove save?
Against Kopitar?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I was shocked when I saw it. But it's actually funny. I feel like there's a lot of cases where goalies that aren't really particularly good make crazy saves. I don't know if you remember a few years ago, Jake Allen made that stick save where he dove across the net, and that was when he was a backup on St. Louis still. And I was like, wow, I've never heard of this guy before, and he's making saves like that.
Look at him now, he's on the Habs.
Yeah, but he sucks.
Yeah.
Thank God, they need Price.
Who else?
We've ripped the Habs at the start of both of these episodes now.
They deserve it, though.
Yeah, they do.
Anyways, but who else has who has a save of the year candidate?
I don't even know. To be honest with you, there's actually been a few. I'm sure there's been a few nice ones, but I don't want to sound like a homer here. But Koskinen made some pretty nothing really save of the year worthy, but he made some pretty crazy saves against Vegas a couple weeks ago, and Stuart Skinner robbed somebody on Seattle on Saturday night. So
and also, Campbell. I only know.
Yeah, that one. Who was it against that he just did it to? It was recent.
Columbus.
I think it was Columbus. Yeah, because it was like a red. I feel like it was our team with red. Yeah, he robbed somebody. That probably would have been save of the year until Freddie Anderson's made some pretty nice saves on Edmonton. I know that even just in that game alone.
I feel like Demko has some saves.
He probably has one or two. Yeah.
I think he did. It might have been
Markstrom probably too.
A scorpion. I don't know if it was a scorpion, but I remember.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Skate.
Yeah, I do remember seeing that. Yeah, Malcolm. I mean, look, Malcolm Subban could have an 800 save percentage at the end of this season. And as long as he made that save, he will always be a candidate for save of the year, no matter what.
Yeah.
God.
Buffalo, too. The goal of the year was probably against Buffalo. Save of the year.
Save of the year is for them, at least.
Yeah.
Maybe Subban would have saved the Milano goal if he was in net.
Who was it? Who was even in net?
Luukkonen? Some third-string goalie. I don't know where Tokarski and Anderson are. I guess that's what happens when you got two 40-year-olds as your goalies. They tend to be injured.
I don't know how Craig is still in the league.
Honestly, I feel like the only reason why Buffalo decided to sign him was because he actually didn't play too bad against Boston in the playoffs. Because I remember you were at my house when the game 1 of that series, and we were actually talking about how Anderson wasn't playing actually wasn't playing that bad.
Oh, against
for
Boston,
yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't play terrible. They lost in 5 games? But, yeah. I mean, hey, the guy wasn't getting blown out of the water every game at least.
Yeah. I think. I don't even remember. But I remember we had that conversation. He was actually
playing
doing pretty well.
Yeah. And Dustin Tokarski, he robbed Draisaitl a couple times. I was at the game in Buffalo. I think it was November 12th. He robbed Draisaitl a couple times too to save the game practically. So I don't know. Buffalo's always got shades of good in their season at the start, but then it just all falls apart.
They always go 5-0.
What's their record now? Their record's bad now. I don't even know what it is. I don't even care to look.
10, 15, and 5.
I mean, it could be worse. They could be 6, 21 and something, which the Coyotes are, I believe.
And the Habs.
Yeah.
But yeah, Buffalo always. I remember they had a 10-game winning streak, didn't they?
Was it last year?
No.
Or was it the year before?
Maybe 2-3 years ago. Because last year they were horrible. There's no way.
Even at the start of the year? I thought they were good at it. They are always good at the start of the year.
They're
Every
always
year
good.
they always start good, and then after, like, literally after the 10-game mark, it starts to fall apart. I remember when I was walking out of the game, there was a guy walking behind us, and I hear him talking to his buddies. He says, "Dude, 6-4 is not that bad." I'm
Buffalo?
like, yeah.
That was all the way back.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I can't believe there's actually people out there who are scrounging for anything. Like, the guy's like 6-4 isn't that bad when you're supposed to be shit like Buffalo is, but still, like, I think the Oilers were like 9-1 or 8-1 at that point.
Yeah.
And like, actually maybe a little more.
Did Edmonton win?
No, we lost 3-2 in regulation. Dylan Cousins scored 2 fucking breakaway goals because Duncan Keith sucks. That's literally what it was. Actually, I think all 3 goals were breakaway goals that Buffalo scored because I think the first goal was scored by...
Probably Tage Thompson or
No,
something.
it wasn't Tage. Tage Thompson actually wasn't... He got hot right after that. He scored like 9 goals in 10 games right after we had watched, but someone scored a breakaway goal like first, and then Edmonton scored 2 goals on Draisaitl both times, and then Cousins scored a breakaway goal, and then I think someone else got on a breakaway and Cousins scored the rebound because Skinner saved it, but Skinner got left out to dry in that game, honestly. Okay, well, I don't know if anybody remembers, but right at the end of last week's episode, Cale Makar got put on COVID right as we were ending the episode because I remember I was bitching about it. Since that day, the NHL has gone to shits. I haven't been keeping track of all the Leafs players. I guess you can comment on that first. There's a lot of them.
I remember like Tavares, Kerfoot started us off, and then I think Spezza got one, and Sheldon Keefe got put on it.
Simmons.
I think Sandine.
Yeah,
everyone.
Recently too, Jack Campbell I think got put on Kampf, I believe.
I think Mrazek. I don't know if it was Mrazek.
The Oilers got hit pretty bad too. Nuge and then Puljujärvi. So we were going to Seattle. Our game didn't get postponed on Saturday night. We played with one winger down. Maybe Seth Griffith from the AHL team might have taken up the spot, but we were down a couple spots. We won 5-2 or something like that, which was pretty good.
Against Columbus?
No, against Seattle. Oh, we did beat Columbus too. We ended the podcast right as that game was starting. We did win that game.
They didn't lose 6. How many? Did they lose 6?
They lost 6.
Was that for 7?
That was for 7. So we're on a 2-game win streak right now, heading whenever the season resumes.
After Christmas,
yeah.
The 27th, I think, because Tampa and Vegas played yesterday.
I don't know if you heard, but the NHL is utilizing the Olympic break as their makeup weeks for the games that have all been postponed. Yeah. So I guess that brings us to our next topic.
That's smart.
No Olympics.
Yeah.
Not surprising.
I don't know if I mentioned it last episode, but I said they shouldn't go.
Yeah, no.
Just because they're gonna get trapped in China. Yeah, we already.
We did talk about that. Yeah.
They're gonna get trapped in China.
We joked about how McDavid probably couldn't even be living with himself quarantining in Edmonton, let alone China.
Yeah.
And he can't even watch TV there.
I mean, I saw Stamkos was a little upset because I don't think he's ever represented Canada.
He was. Was he on the 2014 team or did he get hurt?
I feel like he was hurt.
He broke his leg. I know he broke his
2014?
leg, but I don't remember if he was allowed to be on the team and he was just on the IR for the team. Because I remember that year I was like pissed because he wasn't on the team, and I actually feel like I might have cheered against Canada every game. Like I low key wanted Sweden to win in the finals just because Stammer wasn't on the team. Because I don't know, but yeah, I guess he has. But I mean,
he was your favorite player before McDavid, right?
Yeah, but. How old is he? He was drafted in 08, right? Or 09? 08?
08, I think.
So he's at his
09?
early 30s?
Tavares 09?
Tavares, I believe, was 09 because I believe Tavares was first and then Hedman was second. And I know the Lightning got Stammer and Hedman in back-to-back years.
But I remember...
So Stammer should still be around, but I guess Stammer was already questionable this year as an addition to the roster, so I can't even imagine in 4 years what that's going to look like.
2026.
So he might never get a chance to play in the Olympics.
He seemed pretty bummed about it.
Yeah, I'm sure he was.
'Cause he's like, I've won cups, like my other goal was to win a gold for Canada, and he won't be able to
do that. Yeah.
Fuck. At least won a cup, man. At least
2
be grateful.
Might even be 3. You never know. They'll never count the Lightning out.
Probably.
But yeah, I mean, today was made official. Like today was the official statement by the NHLPA that they were not sending their players there, but it's been heavily rumored. I think Spit and Chicklets was the first group to report that it was official they weren't going, which is weird. The Chicklet guys never post like rumors like that. They might talk about it on their podcast, but they don't like report insider information. But I don't know. I mean, the Olympics, I was so excited. I'm not even gonna watch it now. Like I saw, isn't Bobby Ryan like USA's best player now? That all their guys are gone.
I thought he was still in the NHL, to be honest.
He just retired like a couple weeks ago.
Really?
He called it, yeah. No one signed him. I don't think he got signed in free agency, and he just decided to call it quits. He would have been. He's now listed as America's best player because all their all their best players are in the NHL.
It would have been so cool to watch like Matthews. I don't know. If Marner,
Eichel probably would have been back. He's
really,
apparently he's way ahead of schedule in terms of his injury.
It's probably that's what it's always been. He just didn't want to play for Buffalo.
Yeah, maybe
another fucking downfall for Buffalo.
Vegas is gonna get Eichel because Eichel was supposed to be ready by March. That was originally his window, and now it's looking like he could be with the team by mid-January. Like what the fuck, man? Like what the fuck? Vegas is so good. I hate Vegas, but they're so good. They're so fun to watch. Mark Stone, like their first line, Pacioretty, Eichel, Stone. How does anybody that might be the best first line in the NHL, honestly. Now.
How's that an expansion team? Like
they got to trade somebody though. They got to trade someone. I think it's got to be up to like $5 million. So they could probably trade Dadonov because I think he makes $5 million.
They just signed
and he's
him.
Useless as fuck. So they might as well trade him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously
and you're wearing a Vegas, not a Vegas Golden Knights shirt, but you're wearing
Las Vegas shirt from when my girlfriend went there. God, I should probably take it off.
Yeah.
It's not the team. It's just a Las Vegas Nevada shirt. It's nothing about the Vegas Golden Knights, but still. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, right now, honestly, the only issue Vegas has is Leonard. Leonard's really weird and shaky this year. Like he's allowing a lot of like.
He also has a Long Island
flutter
tattoo
goals.
on his neck.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
What was that other thing that he has?
I don't know.
I don't want to like bash his tattoos.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He might go back into rehab.
Wasn't it like an octopus?
It might be, maybe. I don't even know.
I could be way off.
Guy's a weirdo.
I don't know.
He was the first guy to back out of the Olympics. He was done, right?
Yeah,
As soon as they announced the 3 to 5 week quarantine, he was done.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Leonard, I feel like Leonard definitely thrived with Fleury being the starter because Leonard was used in less games.
He's an insane backup, but now he's a starter.
But now he's a starter.
And he used to play for the Islanders.
And they would run
Buffalo.
that 41 and 41 thing, right? They do two. Was he there when they had?
Mm-hmm.
Was Leonard there when they used to run like 41 games per goalie?
For what team?
For the Islanders, because I know the last few years they
was it Varlamov?
Maybe it might have been. I don't know. All I know is the Islanders are famous for running like They have 2 starters, so they run 41 games each. I don't know if that's been the case this year because they suck, but who knows?
Who's their goalie? Sorokin.
Oh my
and
God.
Varlamov? Again, they're 2 starters, Varlamov and Sorokin.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why they're probably still running that. But one thing, speaking of the Islanders, and I know we're getting off topic here, Barzal. Did you see the Bleacher Report top 10 players under 25? Austin Matthews was not on the list. They forgot him for sure.
They probably thought he was older.
I gotta find it. I gotta find the list.
How old is he? 23?
He's McDavid's age.
24?
He was born in September. He literally was born a day after the draft deadline. He would have been in McDavid's draft. He was born a day later.
I'm glad we.
So then Buffalo because I don't know if he was better than Eichel. I don't know if he was better. He would have been on Arizona. Yeah, literally. Buffalo or Arizona for sure.
And then we would have got.
And then you guys would have got Strome unless was Dubas wasn't your GM by then, was he?
No.
Yeah, whoever the GM was, it Lamoriello still?
No, I think it was. Yeah, it was.
Lamoriello, if he was so high on.
Or
Marner.
Dave Nonis. Jesus, what happened to that guy?
See,
Yeah, because it was 1 year. I don't know if it was 1 year with Lamoriello, or 2. It's either Dave Nonis or Lamoriello that picked Marner, but yeah, you know how you said Stamkos and Hedman back-to-back drafts?
Yeah.
We got Marner Matthews, so I feel like that's pretty good.
Let's talk about this list that Bleacher Report put out for the top 10 players under the age of 25 in the NHL. Number 10, I'm personally a fan of this choice, Miro Heiskanen. Definitely one of the best young defensemen in the league. A little bit underrated, just because he's not getting like 70 points like Cale Makar and shit. But then we have Kirill Kaprizov at 9, which is fine. Nothing wrong with
Whatever.
that.
He could be higher.
Yeah. McAvoy, who, in my opinion, is one of the most overrated defensemen. Like, he's good. He's still a top 10 defenseman in the league for sure. But, like, people say he's top 4. No.
How? I don't know. I haven't
Right
really
now, Makar, Fox,
Hedman.
I don't know about Hedman anymore. Yossi.
Really?
Yossi and fuck, pick anyone else. Like, you could put Hedman. I think Hedman's still better than McAvoy. You could put Heiskanen. You could put let's just see. There's got Quinn
You put
Hughes.
Morgan Riley.
They got Quinn Hughes at 7 on here.
Not this year. He's been shit.
No, he's actually been better this year than last year. The Canucks just sucked.
Really?
They're on a 6-game win streak right now, aren't they? Bruce Boudreau, baby.
God.
Anyways, Quinn Hughes is 7. Adam Fox is 6. A lot of defensemen on this list.
They forgot about Matthews? How do you forget about Matthews?
One forward.
Is McDavid on this list?
Yeah.
He's
Barzal's at 5. Aho at 4. Marner at 3. Cale Makar at 2. And then McDavid at 1.
Bro, how do you... Like,
so there's no Eichel.
Or Matthews. That's dumb.
Eichel is better than... Matthews and Eichel
Matthews would be number 2.
3 and 4.
Matthews, oh.
Sure, yes.
Who's number 2? Makar?
Makar.
You put Makar over Matthews?
It's again, I don't like comparing them though because they play completely different positions.
I think it would be McDavid.
Either way, those 4 guys are the top 4. Like they're all better than Marner, and if Marner is their 3rd best guy on this list, then and they just want to keep, if we want to keep the rest of that list the same, then Marner goes to 5.
I feel like Kaprizov would be on that. Would be higher though. Instead of.
I like Kaprizov. I don't know though. Maybe it's because he comes into the league wearing 97 or something. But I'm just not a big.
And he's on Minnesota.
I'm not. Yeah. Well, I actually don't mind. I personally think Minnesota are like legit cup.
No,
contenders.
they're good. They're good, but like like people forget about them all the time.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot more to that team than just Kaprizov. Like I feel like he gets a lot more attention than like I think Eric Sinek is very very
like
good.
Cam Talbot's doing well too.
Yeah, don't get me fucking started.
Yeah, we already talked.
We traded Cam Talbot for Mike Smith. Look who's laughing. It's almost like the Oilers had a great goalie on their hands and we got rid of him for nothing.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's exactly what happened. Anyways, yeah, I just thought I'd bring that to. Draisaitl's not 25; he's 26, so at least they didn't leave him off. But
yeah, Jesus, you guys can comment down below what you think about that list.
Yeah, I saw it yesterday on Instagram and I was baffled. I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
But
I guess I agree. I don't know how they forgot.
For the
about
most,
Matthews.
yeah, for the most part, it's not a terrible list. There's probably one blatant guy we're forgetting. Like, I'm trying to think of a player.
How old's McKinnon? No, he's older.
Yeah, he's old. He's way older. Well, he's not way older, but he's older than Draisaitl.
Point? How old's he?
He was drafted in Draisaitl's year, so I think he's too old.
He's like 26.
Either way, though, I don't really know if I'd put him in the top 10 because Point, and don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with this, but Point is a very playoff dominant guy. Like, he comes to play in the playoffs, which is great. But honestly, his regular season, like last year, after having that crazy playoff run the year before, he had a pretty disappointing year last year. And this year he's hurt right now, but he wasn't playing like great when he, like in terms of point production, he wasn't playing amazing before the injury. But I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what this list will look like in like 3 to 5 years. Like Zegras, obviously, Hughes.
Oh, yeah.
Luke Hughes might even be up there. Just kidding.
No. Drysdale?
Yeah, Drysdale will be there.
Falk? No. How old's Falk?
He's
22?
Probably.
I think he's around there.
What about Adam Fox?
I thought he was old.
He got drafted by Calgary. Didn't want to play for them, so they traded him to Carolina. He didn't want to play for them either, so they traded him to the Rangers, where he grew up in New York. Like, he was literally like, I'm not playing it for anybody until you guys give me the Rangers, and then he played.
Like, wow.
But hey, I'm not complaining. I don't need Adam Fox in the Pacific Division. I'll pass.
No, yeah.
God help me.
But like, what? Like, that's so like. You're in the NHL. Like, play for the team that picked. Like,
yeah, I know.
I wouldn't be complaining.
I know. And
if I got drafted to Arizona,
was he a part of the Hannafin trade then? Hannafin came from Carolina, did he not?
Yeah.
And Hamilton went to Carolina from Calgary, I think.
Wait, yeah, he did.
So
Wait,
then
he
Fox
went
was
from Calgary to Carolina, yeah.
yeah, and he went from Boston to Calgary.
Wow, Carolina got Fox and Hamilton?
Yeah, and then they didn't get to play Fox.
No.
Fuck. God. My dad always makes. I think I might have said this last week. How every time you see a goal by Colorado and the Rangers, and you look, you can almost just say Fox or Makar is going to get credit.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bowen Byram, he's got like 3 concussions this year. Guy's looking like Sidney Crosby. He's on he got elbowed in the face against Montreal it was not on purpose. He got taken out of the game, he had concussion, came back, played, got hurt with something else. It wasn't a concussion, I was over exaggerating, and now he's on concussion protocol again. Like the guy's gonna have brain damage by the end of the season.
This is first year in the league.
Yeah, like Jesus.
Remember when they played the Leafs? Like Byram was tried to stay with Matthews the whole time, the whole game. Couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like one of his goals, he just walked right around him.
Yeah, no matter how good Byram is, he's inexperienced.
Yeah. And they got 8 goals on Johansson.
Oh yeah, God.
Jesus.
Whoever that guy is, he's terrible.
I remember NHL trash talk or hockey trash talkers posted, "Oh, Colorado just traded for the worst goalie in the world." That's what he said.
Yeah, he probably is.
Johansson.
Yeah, he's
from
terrible.
Buffalo. He was on Buffalo.
Now let's be real. Matthews scored 3 goals that game that you're not really stopping. The first goal that through the legs was nice.
Even if Kemper wasn't
clean.
net.
Yeah, he's not saving that third goal. That was a fucking snipe.
Yeah. Pierre Engvall later though sniped it.
Yeah, fucking Engvall.
Kemper might have saved that one.
Engvall gets ripped on by Leafs fans for like a week and then goes and
Engvall.
scores 5 points in 2 games, and Leafs fans are like, he can stick around for a little longer.
No, I don't know. I feel like
I don't know. I hate it.
doesn't-
I don't
he
like the
doesn't
way
do
Engvall
anything.
plays hockey. Yeah, he seems like a bit of a scumbag out there. Like he just doesn't do anything.
But like when Marner comes back, who else is injured? But not COVID.
Yeah, not COVID. I don't know.
Like
Well,
Marner
Spezza
comes
was
back,
about to come back from his suspension because they got reduced to 4 games, and then he got put on COVID, and their games were postponed anyway.
Well, because Mikheyev was out, so that's why Engvall was playing. But when Mikheyev came back, I was gonna say, oh, Engvall's done.
And he scored, didn't he, against the Oilers?
Yeah,
That
he
fucking
definitely did.
Russian fuck.
Who Mikheyev? He
I
scored?
I think
No,
he did. Maybe they took it away.
I think Engvall did.
It might have been his goal, and then someone they tipped it or something. And I don't know. Who cares?
I don't think he did.
Maybe maybe it was points. Maybe he got a point, but whatever. Because I know I have Mikheyev written down as returning on the notes here for that game. He was his debut of the season or something.
Yeah, I don't know if he did anything.
Doesn't he want to get traded?
I thought he did. Like if somebody doesn't want to play for my team, like I'm trading him.
Yeah, literally. What's the point in keeping him around?
Yeah.
They're not going to do anything.
But I don't know if that was real.
Now I actually
knows?
I can actually find a COVID list. We can look at which team has the most. I'm gonna just. Some NHL discussions ranking the World Junior teams.
Let me talk about that.
And Doug Armstrong has stepped down as the manager of Canada in the Olympics.
Doug Armstrong.
It's because he realized he can't just draft McDavid, Huberdeau, McKinnon, and all those guys.
Yeah.
But it's true though. He's the GM of the Blues, right? So like.
Doug Armstrong. What does he look like?
He's kind of bald. I think he's the Blues GM.
Yeah, it is. He is.
Yeah. It's actually funny. He's the Blues GM, and he named Pietrangelo as one of his first 3 guys.
Yeah.
Guy misses Pietrangelo, I guess. Let me see if
Didn't
I can...
Pietrangelo back out of the Olympics?
Yeah, he did. Before it all got announced. Yeah, before it all got announced, he had. Okay, so here we go.
So
Calgary has 20 guys on the COVID list.
Oh, this is COVID, not World Juniors?
Well, I'm not even really. I mean, we can follow that if we want. We can just skip World Juniors and go back to.
All right, yeah. Okay, we'll talk about COVID.
Okay, so yeah, COVID is terrorizing the NHL right now. One thing I wanted to mention first: the NHL and the NBA have to do what the NFL just started doing. Now I understand what's a schedule like in football. Like, do they practice every day?
Cannot tell you.
Because they play games once a week. So that's already less than the NHL because they play games 3 to 4 times a week and practice every day. So they're getting tested for COVID every single day.
They probably have workouts and workout facilities, and they gotta get tested before they walk in.
But for those of you who didn't see, the NFL is no longer testing vaccinated players who don't have symptoms. So if you come into the arena and you're going to practice let's say it's McDavid. And he's vaccinated, obviously, and he's not, like, coughing or sneezing or whatever, He's just not gonna. He wouldn't get tested at all, which is way smarter. That's the whole point of the vaccine, is to reduce the effects. So like realistically, you've already got, guys who are pretty much at peak physical condition, and the COVID would already not have much of an effect on them. Now you're adding the vaccine to the mix, and it would do even less. What's the big deal? Worst comes to worst, they sit out for a couple days if they do get sick. But I don't know, because now you look at the COVID list. There's no guarantee that all these players are even actually have COVID. The total players as of 15 hours ago, 135.
Jesus.
Actually, no, never mind. So 135 players. That number is probably higher now, and 56 staff, and that's not and there's at least 13 refs that also have it that weren't included in that staff count. So
wow,
it's an absolute disaster right now. The Oilers have 7 people, and the Leafs have 11 right now. The Leafs have Brody, Campbell, Dermott, Kampf, Kerfoot, Mikheyev, Mrazek, Sandy, and Simmons, Spezza, and Tavares. Holy. The Oilers have Keith, Lagesson, McLeod, Hopkins, Nugent Hopkins, Nurse, Puljujärvi, and Shore. Funny enough, the 2-star players of both of our teams didn't get it.
Yeah.
Nylander and Matthews.
Nylander.
And Draisaitl and McDavid.
Yeah.
God.
I'm really sick and tired of this. I mean, the commissioner of the NBA said we got to learn to like live with this.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not shutting the league down. Like,
good. I hope Gary Bettman won't either. The NHL can't afford another shutdown. We got no money.
No, yeah.
The league's struggling big time.
This is gonna be like the new flu, and I know this is probably more dangerous than the flu, but like everyone's gonna be vaxxed. Like,
it's gonna be literally a thing where every year you can go get a COVID shot. The flu and COVID shot are gonna come out at the same time, and people are just gonna be like, I'll get it. No, I don't want to, and whatever. Who gives a fuck, man? Like, Jesus Christ.
But yeah, like, and like we're vaxxed, whatever. But like, we gotta learn to live with this. Like, people.
Yeah, like
our bodies are gonna get used to it. I don't know if I'm even right. Like, I'm not a doctor, so I could just be fucking.
We could have COVID right now and never know.
Yeah.
Literally. But I'll say this. You know how BS it was? I went to the movie theater on Monday. No popcorn or drinks.
Yeah, I know.
And it was the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, no popcorn. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I went.
Oh, yeah, you went
Sunday.
Monday. You went Sunday.
I went Sunday.
But dude, I worked 4 to 9:30. And I didn't eat anything at work because I figured I was going to just stuff my face with popcorn. I was fucking starving.
Yeah.
We went to McDonald's at like 2:30 in the morning on the way out of the theater because our screening was at 10:55. And I was fucking dying, man. I was like, this is terrible. But yeah, I don't know. We gotta learn to just live with this. But the NHL is it's on a pause at the moment until, you said the 27th?
Yeah, the Leafs play Columbus.
Do the Oilers play?
The Oilers play Calgary at 10 p.m.
God.
Eastern time.
We were supposed to have a pretty easy week, though. We were supposed to play... Not easy. Anaheim would have been on Monday. I think LA was the next day, and then San Jose.
God, the Leafs play Pittsburgh. They are terrible against Pittsburgh this year. They lose 7-1.
You beat them 5-1 or something like that.
Yeah, they lose 7-1 without Crosby, Malkin, Letang. And then we play them again, but we lose 2-0.
And Gensel's hurt right now.
Yeah.
Crosby's weapon is injured.
But yeah.
Okay, so I guess we can go back to the World Juniors.
Like me, so one of my other friends, not Owen, like we always like talk about the World Juniors. And we always like try to like watch all the games together because I don't know, it's very like it's just fun. Hype. It's like it's like cool because now they're all like our age or even younger now, which it's pretty.
I think crazy to think some
about.
of them will be younger, yeah.
But yeah, like Connor Bedard.
Yeah, for the most part, it's our age group. I'm pretty.
And
sure.
Also NHL 22, like we always made custom teams. We always like made like the rosters for the World Juniors, but now they actually added it, which is
thank God.
I'm thankful.
I was so excited for the Olympics to be added to that game, but I guess now they're not going to.
They should also do like a World Cup.
They should do an Olympics roster, but it's like a projected roster based on like the best players in the game.
I mean, they have
Matthews.
They have the teams. like the actual team. But I don't know if they have like Keith on it, and like there's no way he's making the team.
Wait, is it like their last year, like the last time's roster?
I don't know, because I think
why the hell
Marner and
would Keith-
Huberdeau are on it,
Oh, okay.
and like
so
Scheifele and like.
that's weird then.
So I think they have like the countries, but I don't know if that's like the official like rosters.
Yeah, no, God no. Duncan Keith would not be on the team.
But the World Junior rosters are last year's.
Yeah, because I think Zegras is still on the
and
American
Caulfield
team, and the Canada's the same.
Yeah.
But anyway, speaking of Canada, I have their roster pulled up, so I'm just going to go through the names of players that I recognize. Dylan Genther, he will hopefully be a good goal scorer for us. I know Logan Stankoven, I've heard. I think he got drafted by Dallas, I think.
Who? Logan who?
Logan Stankoven.
Mm.
Cole Perfetti, obviously, we all know him. He's assistant captain. Jake Neighbors plays for Edmonton Oil Kings.
Did you see his goal?
He's pretty good.
He had like a McDavid type goal.
Yeah, I saw.
Like 1v3.
He's also an assistant. Kent Johnson. I think it was Craig Button. Craig Button said that Kent Johnson is like the Trevor Zegras of this tournament, or at least we should hope he is.
I didn't even know he was Canadian.
Neither did I. I thought he was American. Fucking Kent John. He got drafted by Columbus, man. They got him and Sillinger. Shane Wright, obviously, everybody knows Shane Wright. Burlington. Fuck, man.
He's from Burlington?
Yep.
He actually, the same guy that I'm friends with that we watched the World Juniors, his mom taught, like Shane Wright's mom taught at his school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shane Wright, man. He's overrated. Obviously, Connor Bedard.
He's overrated.
Xavier Bourgault, I only know because he got drafted by the Oilers. I'm hoping he has a good tournament. Let's see. Mason McTavish, of course. Caden Gooley's the captain. Apparently, he's the best defenseman in the tournament.
Yeah, I don't know.
He didn't get drafted first overall.
How
does that make any sense?
Has
he even been drafted yet?
I think so.
He got drafted by Montreal.
Oh.
No, his brother's on Montreal. Brendan Gooley. His brother's on Anaheim.
Oh, okay.
Brendan Gooley.
Yeah.
Or he was. I don't know if maybe he's on.
He got drafted by Montreal?
Yeah, Caden Gooley. I believe he's a Montreal.
Good for
Canadian.
them. That's unfortunate for him, though.
Olin Zellweger got drafted by Anaheim, I'm pretty sure. Zellweger. Like, that guy's got to be
German.
from somewhere
Or
else.
Swiss.
And his dad, or mom, lived in Canada for a bit, and he was born here, but he's not actually from. Carson Lambos. Did he get drafted? Or is he upcoming?
I don't know.
I've heard the name, though.
Yeah.
Donovan Sabrango, I do actually know
What
who
is that?
I think he plays for maybe Kitchener. I think
Donovan.
maybe.
That's like I don't know.
Caden Gooley, of course. Owen Power. Sebastian Cossa is our goalie. Looks pretty good.
I always see him in NHL 22.
Yeah.
Everyone wants him.
Highest drafted goalie this past draft. I just want to look at the countries of players I probably know, like the U.S. They don't even have their roster fucking listed. But I know Matt Beniers is on their team. He's disgusting. Who's their top defenseman? Sanderson? Probably.
Yeah.
Jake Sanderson.
I remember him from last year.
God, I have no clue who their goalies are going to be. They have Sasha Pastujov on the team. He was OHL
Who was that?
Player of the Month in the first month of the year. He got drafted by the Ducks. He's pretty good. He got in the first rookie game of when. So I don't know if you know, but the West Coast teams were doing like rookie games against like just exhibition games before the preseason, and Pastujov was playing with Zegras on like the first line, and he had a hat trick in the first game.
Wow. I've never even heard of this guy.
But yeah, it kind of sucks they didn't have the roster listed. I would have liked to go over it.
Is Stutzla playing?
No.
Is
Because
Cedar?
your team has to release you.
Cedar's not.
I wouldn't let him go if I'm Detroit. I think Atu Ratti will be playing for the Finns though. Remember like 2 years ago he was supposed to be the first overall pick, and he got drafted like 51st by the Islanders.
Well, Edmonton?
No, it was the Islanders. I wanted us to draft him.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Islanders took him.
Let's go over the groups.
Yeah.
Group A, we have Canada, Finland, Germany, Czech, and Austria.
All right, top three. Canada first, obviously.
Finland,
and then I'd say
Czech, I think. Austria is probably
Well, here's the other thing though. Is it JJ Peterka? Is he gonna play this year? I wonder.
JJ or is it Jake?
No, it's not. It's not a. He has. I think his name is John James. John James Peterka. I'm pretty sure.
Was he German?
Yeah, he's on Buffalo.
Yeah. I think Austria will come last. Let's go predictions. I'm gonna go Canada, Finland, Czech, Germany, because the top four make it,
Yeah, I would agree with that.
and then Austria.
Yeah.
And then this one's pretty stacked. U.S., Russia, Sweden, Slovakia, and Switzerland.
I'm thinking Sweden.
Sweden's
US.
always good. They
Yeah.
never lose in
They
the
have Alex
group
Holtz
stage.
too. He's disgusting on me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Sweden,
U.S.,
U.S., Russia.
Switzerland, Slovakia.
Yeah, I would say that.
I mean, who knows though? I don't think did anyone think the U.S. were going to be as good as they were last year? I kind of did, but
I mean, they're actually pretty stacked, but Canada had an even better roster.
yeah, even better team. Canada was undefeated until it mattered most. Those
They-
fucking idiots. The U.S. lost their first game of the tournament and didn't lose another one after that. They lost to fucking Russia.
Yeah. I hate Russia. I honestly
I
hate
hate
Russia
Russia.
more than the U.S.
Me too.
Like when Canada plays them in the World Juniors.
Yeah, Russia's so fucking annoying, man.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just a bunch of dirtbags.
Um,
No offense.
no. Is it even possible for Finland to play Canada in the finals if they're in the same group?
I think maybe because
Because that's my prediction for the finals. If it's
Canada,
possible,
Finland.
if it happens, I get and like I said to you earlier before we started recording, I get a very eerie feeling Canada might not win. I don't know why. Finland beat the U.S. last time in the finals, right?
When?
19 or 18. Finland. Whenever the last time Finland won the World Juniors, they beat the U.S. in the finals. They won like two. I think they scored one goal.
And Finland beat Canada in the quarters that year.
Yeah, so like Finland knows how to beat us. I'd have to see their extended run. Do they have that Topi Niemela guy? I've heard of him a couple of times. I don't know what team he's on. I want to say
probably Winnipeg.
yeah, I think it is. I want to say he's on the Jets, but I don't know for sure. But
I'm gonna say my winner. I'm in Canada, but besides Canada, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I don't want to say Russia. I don't think Russia.
I don't think it's gonna be Russia.
I don't think it's gonna be Sweden
My
either.
top three winners. That's actually my top three: Finland, Sweden. Not in that order, but Finland, Sweden, and Canada. I want Canada to win, obviously, but
I'm gonna say my top
expect
three:
disappointment in
Canada, U.S., and
yeah, I feel like I'm
then
underrating.
Sweden.
the US,
I
to be
think
honest.
I'm gonna say Sweden.
I mean, how much success did the U.S. have last year because of like Zegras, Caulfield?
Zegers was on
Turcotte?
fire.
Like their other lines didn't really do anything unless they were playing like a shit team where they won like 12-0.
Yeah, against like Latvia.
Yeah, and Spencer Knight obviously played a big part in it too. But now that we're on the topic of international teams, that's another reason why I was so excited for the
Olympics.
yeah, because this would have been like the first time in a while that it was super competitive. Because
2018 didn't have any.
yeah, think about the last time that we did the Olympics. I couldn't even tell you who Finland's best player was. Would it have been Solani? Was he even still in the NHL?
Or like Mikko Koivu.
Yeah, like now you look at their team. They got Barkov, Rantanen, Laine, Aho,
Teravainen.
Heiskanen. They got a couple other good,
They got
decent defensemen.
Rupi Hintz, I think.
Yeah, like they're not insane, but like I feel like the World Juniors would actually be or the Olympics would actually be decently competitive this year.
Yeah, but COVID fucked us.
Yeah, literally. Like the U.S.
When we were...
The U.S., man, their forward depth really is not that good. Like Matthews, Eichel, and then crickets. Who else?
Johnny Gaudreau.
He actually had not a bad start to the year, but like God,
Yeah.
Johnny Gaudreau's in your top six.
Like,
What is this, Calgary?
I think it was the World Cup the World Cup of hockey. Like the U.S. didn't win a
Germany
game.
go to the final? Or no, it was Team Europe that went to the final.
Yeah, against Canada.
Led by Draisaitl.
Yeah, but what was I saying? The U.S. was like so shit.
They
in
were
the
so
world.
bad.
They were like 0-3 in the group
Well,
stage.
think about it. Eichel and Matthews were on Team North America.
Yeah, that was also exciting. An
Yeah,
exciting team.
that was pretty cool.
But
It'd be cool to see them do that again with
now,
like a modern Team
like
North America.
who's on it now?
Jack Hughes, pretty much all that 2019
It'd
class.
be
Byram.
way worse than
Was it under 23?
Yeah.
So Cale Makar,
I think they'd be way worse
Team North America.
than what, because they had Matthews, McDavid, Eichel, fucking John Gibson.
Gibson's really
they have
not
Hellebuck
as old,
too?
I think.
Do they have Hellebuck?
I don't know. Remember we had McKinnon. Remember McKinnon's
Yeah.
goal on Sweden?
That was
that
fire.
toe on Lundqvist.
I remember
upstairs.
Riley's reaction. He's
Yeah,
just like screaming.
he's
Like,
mic'd
oh
up.
my god.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel that was so much fun. I was cheering for North America fully that year.
Instead of Canada.
No, not even 1 ounce of me was cheering for Canada to
Yeah.
win. Like, dude, it would have been so hyped to see North America win.
Yeah.
It would have been like our defense was stacked too that year. We had, well, I wouldn't say stacked.
Yeah,
We
I think they had like
Riley,
Pareko.
Goss, Despair, Pareko. I don't know.
Who
it would
else?
be cool. It'd be cool. Our defense would be stacked this year if there was in North America. Makar, Byram, all those guys are all young enough. Fox. I think.
Yeah, Jesus.
Not McAvoy. He's too old. He's a year. I think he's like a year or two too old. Heiskanen.
What would be Team Europe? Draisaitl again. Kopitar.
Team Europe is just the small market European teams, right? Like it's just like it's not like
German,
Sweden.
Because like Sweden, Russia, Finland
had all their own teams.
Czech had their own team, I think.
They wouldn't anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pasternak would be on Team Europe.
I'm gonna search it up. What was the World Cup of Hockey? That was in 2016. So we were like 14 or
we were in grade 8, I think.
So we were 13.
Yeah, we were in grade 8 because I remember Quaid ripped on me for cheering for North America instead of Canada. God help me.
There was 8 teams.
Also, the jerseys were fucking sick too.
Yeah.
North America's like that orange and black.
Yeah, it was Canada, Czech, Finland, Russia, Sweden, U.S., Europe, and North America. The Europe teams had Austrian players, Denmark, France. Oh yeah, they had Belmar.
Belmar's pretty much it. Yeah.
German, Norway, Slovakia, Slovenia. Who's Slovenian? Oh, Kopitar, Slovenian.
Yeah.
He's
like the only one I could think of. Yeah.
And Swiss. So they had like
so
Yossi.
they had like Yossi.
They would have Fiala
Fischer.
too.
Yeah, Fiala. I don't know.
Timo Meyer too.
Yep. Like that team's not terrible.
But they'd be all in Europe. Like
Kopitar's pretty good. Like he hasn't really fallen off too crazy.
But yeah, like the Olympics, we were like that was even before the World Cup of Hockey, so we were even younger when like we were watching.
Were we in grade 5?
We were 7 years old.
Were we not watching that in Mr. Durkin's class in 2014?
We were watching it in like
grade,
the gym.
In 2010,
we were 7 years old.
We were in grade 1.
Yeah.
But in 2014, I think we were in grade 5, Mr. Durkin's class. I think. Because I remember we all used to sit around the whiteboard and watch, or the smartboard and watch the game. Because he was one of the only teachers to have a smartboard that early in our school.
I remember we watched the Canada-US semifinals in the gym as a school.
Yes, I do remember that.
And maybe we watched like previous games.
I remember exactly what. Do you remember exactly where you were when Crosby scored the game winner? I remember exactly.
I remember where I was.
It's at my grandfather's house, watching it on his little shitty TV, sitting in the kitchen.
I think I was in my basement with my like grandma, like my whole family. I remember eating like strawberries.
Yeah, it's so easy to remember
how
exactly
the fuck do I remember
where.
that?
I definitely was eating McDonald's. Whenever we go to my grandfather's house, he lives right next to a McDonald's. We just pick McDonald's up when we go. So I was definitely having McDonald's, but
because like I remember like I didn't really know what was going on at the time. Because that was when I first started actually like the only team
caring a little bit.
The team I remember actually like winning the cup and me watching it was Chicago in 2010.
Yeah.
And that was when Crosby scored. So that's when I actually started paying attention. And like I mean I was only 7, so or 6 maybe because it was probably before my birthday.
Yeah.
But
it was what, February? Would have been that.
I would have been
March.
6.
Yeah.
So like I remember like I didn't know like why everyone was so like hype.
But now when you look back on it, it's crazy.
Like,
and
so
funny
young.
enough, another goal I remember exactly where we all were. We were all together when Patrick Kane scored the heartbreaker celebration goal against the Kings. We were at Antonio's house.
We were?
Yeah, we were.
I don't remember.
Perry was there too. And that's why everyone was that's why he was so hyped up because he was there and they scored to go to the finals.
Yeah.
That I remember. I don't know why I remember that so vividly. I remember because we used to rip Kane for having that stupid fucking hairdo that he had in the 2013 playoffs. Yeah. It wasn't. No, it was more like a mohawk mullet. Like he shaved the whole side of his head.
Or
he had like lines in the side of his head. What a fucking loser.
Racing stripes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember. It's so weird. Like we were so young, but we remember. Like,
yeah, I know.
Like everything.
Yeah. All right. The last thing. Well, we have 2 more things. We're at the 45-minute mark. So Ovechkin said Ovi is going to be like the king of goal scoring.
You said Ovechkin said.
Gretzky said Ovi's going to be. I was reading it right off the fucking thing.
Yeah.
I can't disagree.
Do you think he's going to get it?
Yeah. The guy's unreal right now. How many goals do you have? 22?
21.
21?
I have him in my fantasy.
I don't know, man.
Like, our fantasies. We can talk about our fantasies,
I'm
maybe.
getting killed. I'm not getting killed, but it's my dad.
Yeah.
And his
I
team's
beat your dad, though.
disgusting. Yeah, I know. But
First-
he got hit. He has got all the Calgary guys. They're all in COVID, and they
Yeah.
got hit early for COVID. But
I think I'm winning 16.
I hate our fantasy.
I'm winning
league.
16 to -4 because Roche.
I lost
Allowed
by
4
1
goals.
point last week to Charlie because Jack Hughes couldn't get me 1 fucking point against the Pens the last game of the week.
Yeah.
Fucking loser.
Anyways, but yeah, I picked Ovechkin. I'm gonna check what
You were at
position
my
I
house for
drafted.
the draft.
I was at your house with your dad and
Yeah.
you, obviously.
And you picked Kuznetsov.
Here, I'm gonna go to the draft. My team. I picked Ovechkin 13th overall, which
14th?
13th.
13?
Picked Matthews at 4th overall, and Kuznetsov. Guess where he was?
Where?
100th overall,
Jesus Christ.
and he's ranked 20th now.
Ever since the cokehead situation with Kuznetsov, there's been a lot less like support around him as a player, I feel like.
My biggest player that's disappointing me is Elias Peterson.
I don't know who mine's got to be Barzal.
Yeah, because I picked Pedersen as my 4th overall pick, like for me,
Mm-hmm.
and he's been horrible.
Let me say this though. I continue to say why I hate fantasy. I drop Barzal for Dawson Mercer. Mercer, ever since I pick him up, barely gets points. Barzal starts to get a little hot. I pick him back up, drop Mercer.
Wow.
Barzal slows down. Mercer score his next 2 goals. Power play goal, shorthanded goal. Those are both like
5
how much
points.
is a short? Yeah, they're both worth 5 points in my fantasy. I fucking hate fantasy.
Just keep both of them.
But then I mean, can I pick one up? I think I just dropped Knight. I could probably pick somebody up for free without having to drop anybody. Maybe I'll probably
Pick
do
up
that before we air this episode, so no one steals Dawson Mercer. Not that anyone is going to, but I have so many young guys on my team. I gotta start drafting older players.
I think you gotta focus on
drafting
who's
guys
gonna
that are
score.
good, not guys that I like.
Yeah, like your
I-
dad does the same thing, but he actually has
Yeah, he's a good
he's smart.
team
He has like
player.
all the power
Yeah,
play
yeah.
of Calgary. So
That's
they'll
what I
get-
always think of too. But then the issue is that my guys don't fucking score on the power play. Like every defenseman I have, minus like Bowen Byram, is on his team's first unit.
Bryce gets scared of drafting so many guys on the same team because like what if they don't score?
Let's go. Yeah, let's go over my fantasy team, and show.
Yeah, guys, comment below who you think is better.
Okay, here we go.
So you're going by just your team.
Yeah, so we got Pierre-Luc Dubois, who's actually been having a great year. Trevor Zegras, pretty solid year. Jack Hughes looked like he was gonna have a good year, gets hurt. Ehlers is unreal.
I dropped
You dropped Ehlers. Svechnikov, Stammer, Makar, Drysdale, Byram, D'Angelo,
Like wow, they're all young.
Natchez, Reinhardt, Werenski, Raymond.
I think I dropped Reinhardt too.
You might have, yeah. Barzal, Vasi, and Demko as my goalies. Like my team is good in 3 years.
Yeah.
My team's unstoppable in 3 years.
Yeah. So I have Pedersen, Barbashev. I picked him up just recently. Buchnevich, Burakovsky, Mark Stone, Riley Smith, Hedman, Morgan Riley, Shattenkirk, Eric Carlson, Anze Kopitar, Matt Duchene, Alex
That's
Ovechkin.
such a crazy pick, man.
Yeah.
Matt
Ovechkin, Matthews, Kaprizov,
Yeah, like fuck.
Kuznetsov, Mangiapane, and Ryan Johansson. And then those guys are all my IR.
Mm-hmm.
And then my goalies, I picked up Tristan Jarry because he's been doing well.
Yeah, he's been doing really well.
Shesterkin and Markstrom.
See, here's my issue too. I was the second last pick in the draft. I drafted Vasilevsky with my first round pick. And like the issue is by that point, sure I can still get a really good forward, but all like the superstars are gone by like the halfway point of the draft, and it was like an 8 guy draft, right?
Yeah, it was.
So by like the 4-5 spot mark, a lot of the superstars are gone, so I don't have a player on my team that I can rely on to get me double-digit points every week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Makar has been doing really well before he got hit with COVID, but
I have the draft right here. Like the players that were picked. So McDavid, Draisaitl, McKinnon, Matthews, Kucherov. He's done. A terrible pick.
yeah.
Rantanen.
Who picked him?
Not really terrible, but whatever. Rantanen, Vasilevsky was Owen.
Mm-hmm.
Panarin.
See, that's the guy I could have taken over Vasi, but I don't even.
You could have picked also Marchand.
I'm glad I didn't pick him.
You could pick Marchand. Oh, I feel like Kez would have picked Vasilevsky, though. He would have picked one of them.
Yeah, it was whoever I didn't
And then it was Marchand, Makar, Kane,
Makar was me.
Pasternak, Ovechkin,
Yeah.
Huberdeau, Point, Barkov. Your dad picked Kaprizov.
See, all
and he
those
dropped
guys.
him.
Like,
Could have had Marner, could have had Aho.
I'm glad I picked Makar, but like I could have made it like a crazy pick and picked like Makar at my first round pick spot. Actually, you know what though? I could have picked a forward in that first round spot and then taken Makar on the
But when was the
rebound.
next goalie drafted? Let's see. The next goalie from 7th
Was it
to
me?
33rd.
No, it wasn't me.
It was your dad picking Leonard.
But that was not on purpose.
Oh, he
Remember?
auto-drafted.
Remember, he didn't pick in time.
And then it was Hellebuck,
auto-drafted.
37.
Yeah. But
Like 30 picks
yeah,
later.
I don't know, man. I've really been I struggled with fantasy last year, struggled again this year. I'm fucking done with these COVID shenanigans messing with my fantasy. I'm ready to just go back to a normal year.
Who has the most overall points for? Let's see. The most points. It's Taurus. And then me.
How many points does Torres have?
849.
I've got like 500 and something.
You have 602.
Oh fuck, okay.
Second
More than
last.
Yeah, second last, but I got the same record as Charlie. It's just he had more points. But we all go to the playoffs though, don't we?
I don't think so.
Really?
I think the top 6 do.
Fuck off. My team's got to wait.
The top 2 get a bye. And then, the top 2 get a bye. Then the third plays the 6th. And the 4th plays the 5th.
Shit.
That's how it is in my football
My
fantasy.
team's got to wake up.
My football fantasy, I finished first. First time ever doing a fantasy league.
Wait a minute. So the season's over?
Well, the regular season is. Playoffs just happened, and I'm playing Bevy.
Wait
in
a minute.
second
The
round.
regular season isn't over yet.
It's still on.
in the NFL. Though.
No, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just the regular season for fantasy.
Yeah.
And I finished first somehow, first time ever. So and then the 3rd and 6th seed play, they played. 6th seed won. 4th and 5th played. The 5th seed won.
Jesus.
So I'm playing the 6th.
Wow.
And then Charlie finished second. He's playing Roche, the 5th.
Okay. The last thing we have on the agenda.
This actually might be over an hour.
Yeah, we're at 52 minutes right now. We have we got inspired by Spittin' Chicklets. I don't know if you guys saw the video of of Wit asking Biz what the top. He said that I think he said like 5 of the original 6 teams are top 6 in like market value, and he asked Biz which one of them was not in the top 5, and the answer was Detroit. Biz said Edmonton. Edmonton's not even a sinister. That's all. Spider-Man's flooding my mind right now.
Yeah. Don't spoil it.
Original 6 team. Edmonton came around close to the 80s. Like, that is a long time after the NHL was formed and the original 6 came to be. But Jesus Christ. Like, wake
Edmonton.
up, Biz.
All right, so you're going to be asking me 10, 15 questions?
I'll do like 10 questions, 15 questions. Well, we'll see how fast, because I feel like it's going to get harder as it goes. Like, it's probably going to be early. Unless we do the number generator. I could just do a number generator and like, just, yeah, we'll just do that. All right. I'm not going to tell you what the number is so you don't go look.
I'm not going to look. Just ask me.
Okay,
I'll
it's
guess.
question 71. Oh, God. You're not going to get this.
If I get this, what would you do?
What was the
What will you
former-
do if I get this?
I will give you $1, honestly.
Okay.
Okay. What was the former player Marty McSorley famous for? He was the first player ever to do something.
Was he like a fighter?
Kind of close, actually. He was the first player to hit another guy in the head with a stick. Like, wow, man. It's so violent for nothing, man.
I watched Goon the other day. That's what happened in the movie. I think.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Something like that happened.
Okay, question 28. You might know this. Who almost threw the Stanley Cup in the fire?
The fuck does that mean?
There was a fire near the cup, and a team almost accidentally threw it in.
A team or a player?
A team. It's a team that's...
The Flames?
No, actually.
That'd be sick,
the
though.
Leafs.
The Leafs?
Where the almost...
What year was
almost
this?
Tossed it in...
1930?
It doesn't say.
Probably
But they almost threw the Stanley Cup in a fucking fire.
What?
Wow, man.
That's terrible.
Disastrous.
The Flames would be sick. Like, I'd actually do that if I was on the Flames.
Yeah, except they'd have to remake the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
This isn't. I don't know why anyone's asking this. How thick is the ice in a hockey arena supposed to be?
What the hell?
In inches.
How much?
In inches.
Oh,
How thick is it supposed to be?
I'm gonna say 8.
No, 3/4 inches. 3/4 inches.
Holy
I said
shit.
8 inches.
How thick is that ice?
God. You got 3 hard questions.
Yeah. What am I?
All right, next question.
Oh God.
Who was the last player to play hockey without a helmet?
The fuck is this? Bobby Orr.
Craig McTavish.
Michael, is that
Wonder-
is that
Wonder if
McTavish's?
there's wonder if there's any relation to
Probably.
Mason McTavish.
Probably not actually.
Yeah, I would not think there is.
These are hard. Give me an easy one. Actually, no. Just
Okay, this is an easy one.
oh no.
How many players can be removed from the ice due to penalties at a time? Like how many? Like what can the man advantage be?
Like 5-on-3?
Yeah, there you go.
So
the
2?
answer's 2. Yeah, there could be more guys in the box.
Yeah, but it's
like,
5-on-3.
but they
You
won't
can't
they
do
won't
5-on-1.
5-on-2.
5-on-1, imagine.
This one's easy. The way they word these questions sometimes, though, it's like who they said ice field on this trivia. I had to reword it myself.
What source? Where
Here's
are we
an
getting
easy
these?
one. You want an easy one? Here's one.
Where are we getting these questions
Who won the
from?
cup in 2020?
Tampa.
There you go.
Jesus.
Easy. That one was easy.
Thank
See,
God.
it actually starts off with the easy ones because that was question 5.
I got one right.
There
Or
you
2.
go. 2. The next one. Oh my God. There was a player on the Blues who got 50 penalties in a single game. Do you know who it is? Bro, that's
Is he old?
100 minutes.
Is he old?
I've never
Wait,
heard
50 penalties?
in a single game.
Not minutes.
No, not minutes. I've never heard of this guy in my life.
Okay, no, I'm not
It's
guessing.
whoever Reed Lowe is.
Who is
Dude,
this?
dude.
Yo, if you get 3,
I know my
think
buddy.
you're
I know
kicked
my
out.
buddy Joe Maleka is listening right now. He's a power play. He's a penalty goon. He would be aspiring to get up to 50 penalties in a single game. That's
For our beer league,
that's terrible.
he should go for that record.
He should
But you get kicked out after 3, I think,
Yeah.
in the NHL.
probably. All right, here's an easy one. The highest scoring goalie in NHL history. Please,
Brodeur?
God, yeah. Brodeur comes back to haunt me.
Fuck, on the Red
from
Wings.
last episode.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. I hate him. Question 2. This one's got to be an easy one, man. How many teams are in the NHL?
32.
The answer is 31 because this is old, but yes,
Oh.
there's 32.
Oh, I was going to say, what?
No, you're right, man. We'll give it to you. Okay, I'll do
I mean,
2
'cause
more,
it's right.
and then you can start asking me. Hopefully we don't get the same question. I haven't been telling you all the numbers.
Yeah, whatever. But I'll read it and then I'll know.
Okay. I can actually, I'll just do the number generator. I won't look, but I'll just do the number generator and tell you which one to read, and then I'll know the numbers I've crossed. Oh, wow. Who is known as the Great One?
Wow.
Finishing it off on a pretty easy one.
Number 99.
Wayne Glensky.
Yes.
Okay, we'll do one more just because that was easy as shit.
Yeah, wow.
All right, here's another easy one. Where's the Hockey Hall of Fame?
Toronto.
There you go. Ended off on 2 easy ones. All right, now you can go.
All right.
First question is question 83, the last question on the whole quiz. I'm not excited. I'm gonna make myself look like an idiot out here.
This is the easiest question I've ever seen in my life.
No, because I'm gonna make it seem harder than it is.
The Toronto Maple Leafs. It says the Toronto Maple Leaves.
Yeah, it's not Leafs. I noticed
Jesus
that too.
Christ.
I didn't say
this is
anything.
not a credible source.
Yeah, at all.
Anyways, they are part
Reed Lowe
of they
might-
are part of which division?
Oh, that's hard. The Atlantic Division. Reed Lowe might not even be an NHL player. Let's look him up and make sure this website is actually doing it right.
Yeah, search up and see what he's famous for.
Oh, he's actually kind of recent. He's only 45. He got drafted in 1996.
Wow.
Let's see. I want to see his penalty minutes though.
Career penalty minutes. 68.
725. If we want
What's the most?
the one I'm gonna assume this is the one that they were referring to. In 2002-03, he had 234 penalty minutes in a season, and he got all that in one game.
Yeah, probably.
Half of that in a game.
Yeah.
Practically. Holy shit.
Who is
That wasn't even the most he got in a season in his career though. He had in his, I don't know who the Mino Americans are.
How many seasons did he play?
He played
Two?
this is junior hockey though. He played in the NHL he played in 2000 from 2000 to 2004. He played for the Blues, and then he played one more season in the NHL in 06-07 for the Blackhawks. He played 6 games and he had 31 penalty minutes in 6 games played. Stay out of the box.
Who is this guy?
Dude, his first season in like pro hockey in the SJHL, whatever the hell that is, he had 285 penalty minutes in 44 games.
How many points was this guy getting?
Points in his whole pro career.
10.
Or I guess this is counting only the NHL.
Okay.
19.
How many games?
19 but here's the thing though, because it's not counting total points because he had 28 points for the Worcester Ice Cats in the AHL.
Who gives a shit?
But it says 19
NHL
I don't
points?
know.
Who cares?
Let's say it's NHL games. He had 256 NHL games played.
19
and
points.
only 19 points.
And
but
he had
725 penalty minutes.
Wow.
Dude, that's terrible, dude. Anyways, get back to the question.
Jesus
the
Christ.
next number you're doing is
Read low.
42. I think we did 42, right? Is that...
Let me read it.
I feel like we might...
No.
No? Okay.
Oh, yeah, how thick is the ice?
Okay, so then
Jesus.
next one is 4.
Number 4 is...
Easy one?
Who is awarded the Stanley Cup?
The team that wins the fucking playoffs.
Yeah.
God.
Next. These are terrible questions. You have the easiest two.
82 now. Gotta go all the way back up the page. I'm gonna see if I can find another website.
You know this, easy.
Okay.
Which trophy is given to the most valuable player?
Hart Trophy. If
Yeah.
anyone knows it, it's me, baby. We got what?
McDavid
3 of the last 4 winners on my team. Unreal. Let's see if I can find like a better website. The NHL has quizzes on their thing. I think you were the one looking at this multiple choice one, right?
Yeah, should I? I'll just ask you those.
Yeah, we could do that one.
I'll ask you those.
We can, if we want to switch, we can switch like
Okay.
every question. Okay, you can go.
Wait, the first 10, like top 10.
There's like 8 pages, or there might even be more. We can go. We can do a couple pages, we'll do 2 pages and then end it off.
Yeah.
Okay. First NHL goal in history. Did we go over this one?
We can think of this together. Like you can
Yeah,
just read
yeah,
it.
okay,
We'll.
All right. First goal in NHL history. Who scored it? We have Dave Ritchie, Harry Hyland, Eddie Girard, and Joe Malone. None of those names really stick out like a sore thumb. to me.
No clue who any of them are. I'm gonna go with Harry Hyland.
All right. Let's go. Incorrect. The correct answer. How do I find it? Do I have to keep
Just
clicking?
keep clicking.
All right. Who do you want to
Fuck.
say next? I'm gonna say Eddie Girard.
Okay, I guess.
No. So it's Joe Malone or Dave
I'm
Ritchie.
gonna go with Joe Malone.
It's gonna be wrong. It is Dave Ritchie. It took us all answers to get that one right. Okay. Question 2. Who's the first NHL commissioner? We actually did this one earlier.
Frank?
It's not Frank.
Oh, then it's
Mike Barnett.
Mike.
Maybe you know what? Maybe the NHL didn't have a commissioner.
Maybe it is Gary Bettman. It is Gary Bettman.
So you know what? Then the NHL didn't have a commissioner until he became commissioner. That's got to be it. There's no way he hasn't been like.
They had Jill Stein, who was the first, who was the NHL's
Final president.
They had a
They just
president.
didn't have a commissioner. God, we look like idiots there for a sec.
I was like, is this Wayne Gretzky?
Yeah, I looked at it nervously for a sec. I was like, is it Wayne Gretzky?
I thought it'd be the Calder, Frank
The
Calder.
Golden Jet was Bobby Hull, right?
Frank Calder, because Calder
The
was...
Calder Trophy, yeah.
Yeah.
Who was the first NHL team to win back-to-back Stanley Cups?
I'm going to go with Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah, me too.
Nope.
No, it's going to be the Rangers.
Ottawa?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's Ottawa.
Fuck. What year was the offside rule introduced? 1970. Are we good with that answer?
Wait, let's give the viewers all the options.
Yeah, okay.
1970, 1930, probably not.
No.
1990 or 1950.
50 or 70, I think.
I'm going to go with 70. Ready? Let's
Yeah,
go.
go.
Right here. No.
All right, we'll go with 50 then. There's no way it's late as 1990. Is it 1930? It is. Fuck, man. We suck at this.
What was the right one? What was the right one we got?
It was
None.
Bobby Hull.
But we already
We already
like,
knew it because we saw it earlier.
Yeah.
The first NHL All-Star Game was held as a benefit for what injured star? Silvio Mantha, Ace Bailey, Eddie Shore, or Howie Morenz? I do know a few of those names.
I'm going to go with Eddie Shore.
Okay. No?
No.
I'm going to go with Ace Bailey. Correct.
Ace. The Blue Jays mascot, Ace.
Ace. Who was the fastest player in NHL history to reach 1,000 points? Gretzky, Shore, Eddie Shore. We just went over Eddie Shore. Guy Lafleur,
Probably
or Mario
Gretzky.
Lemieux. Probably. Guy Lafleur, though, he was around longer. Wasn't he?
I don't know. I'm going to go with Gretzky.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Fuck, thank God.
Wayne.
Which NHL player set a record in 1976 with 10 points in one game?
Daryl Sittler.
It is Daryl Sittler, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which NHL team once drafted a player that didn't exist? I actually do know it is the Buffalo Sabres.
Is it?
Yes.
What the fuck?
So, in 1974, the Sabres selected Taro Sugimoto.
Wait, hold on. Before we go up to the player's name, what is the name of the GM for the Sabres?
Punch Imlach. That dude, that sounds like a fake made-up name. Or like when you say it fast, it spells something. Like,
are both these guys fake?
I don't know, but
Punch.
that's terrible. The first NHL player to score 50 goals in a season, we all know this one.
Oh, wait. I want to read. The biggest prank in NHL history occurred in 1974 when Buffalo Sabres GM Punch Imlach selected star center Taro Sugimoto of the Japan Ice Hockey League Tokyo Katanas.
That's the first off sign. There was no Japan ice hockey team in 1974.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no way hockey reached Japan that early.
Yeah, who knows?
It's possible, but I doubt it.
Wait, who was the first player to score 50 goals? Maurice?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Okay, last page, and then we'll end it off.
Who was the first hockey player to win Sportsman of the Year honors from Sports Illustrated? It's got to be Orr Gretzky.
I'm going to go Bobby Orr. Let's go. Ready?
Yeah, go.
Yes, it is.
Let's go.
Bobby.
What is a hockey puck sometimes called? A biscuit?
Yeah, probs.
Yeah, it is. In 1993, Chris Draper was traded to the Detroit Red Wings for $10,000. It's got to be
$1 million.
Yeah.
$100.
It's not one. Is it $1?
It's $1.
I want to hear the story behind this one.
You can read this.
After playing just 20 games for the Winnipeg Jets in 4 seasons, Draper was traded to the Red Wings in 1993 in exchange for $1. The $1 man would quickly become a valuable fixture for Detroit, playing over 1,000 games in a Red Wing uniform and winning 4 cups for $1. Oh my!
Why is that even a thing?
The Stanley Cup has been used as a cereal bowl, a baptismal font, a toilet, or all of the above. I'm gonna say.
I hope it's not all of the above.
Yeah, me too. I know it's been a cereal bowl. That one is 100%.
Let's go with that one.
It's not.
It's wrong.
It's always all of the above. Yeah.
Who shat in the toilet?
I don't know.
Or in the cup?
Well, it says here Andrew Desjardins used it when he played for the Blackhawks.
Oh.
Red Wings Thomas Holmstrom used it as a baptismal font, and then the Leaf center Red Kelly placed his infant son in the cup while posing for pictures, and his son had a little accident. At least it wasn't a grown man.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't, a
God.
baby. Who's the only NHL
It
player?
was probably Ovechkin, drunk, and he
Yeah,
just shat in
yeah.
the cup.
Who's the only NHLer that was suspended for life?
Eddie Shore. We've seen him a couple times.
Yeah, let's click him.
No.
Nope.
Definitely not Rafi Torres.
Ted Green. Billy Couture? Yeah.
Who is Billy Couture?
What did he do? Defenseman Billy Wild Beaver Couture started a bench-clearing brawl when he brutally assaulted Jerry Laflamme,
The referee.
resulting in a lifetime suspension.
The coach, Art Ross.
Oh, the ban was eventually lifted, but Couture never played in the NHL anyways. All right, the next one's pretty easy. How long did it take the Knights to reach the Cup final? 1 year, which is pretty crazy. Which player is part of the only father-son duo to each score 1,000 career points in the NHL?
They each scored that? Is it Brett Hall?
Brett and Bobby? It's got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brent and Bobby.
His
father. Oh, wait.
His
Golden Brett.
His dad's Bobby Hall, right?
Wait.
Yeah.
His
dad's
father, Bobby.
Hall.
Brent's the son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brett. Not Brent.
This is Brent Hall.
It's not Brent Hall. It's Brett Hall. Maybe yours has a typo on it.
Brent Hall's nickname, the Golden Brett.
Yeah, because his name. Oh, it says Brent there.
Yeah.
On the multiple choice option, it says Brett Hall.
Yeah, I see that.
His name is Brett, though. If I'm not mistaken, unless he's just called Brett Hall because of the nickname.
I don't know.
Who fucking knows?
Who cares?
I've always thought his name was Brett Hall. I've never heard him be called Brent before.
Maybe it's Brett.
I don't know. Who knows?
But why? Who cares?
Which number 1 overall pick refused? Oh, this is easy. The first overall pick that refused to play
Eric.
for the Nordiques, Eric Lindros. My dad always talks about this.
Didn't he go to the Flyers?
My dad loves this because he played for the Flyers after because of it. He was traded to the Flyers in exchange for 5 players, the rights to Swedish prospect Peter Forsberg. Funny enough, Peter Forsberg ended up playing for the Flyers anyways. So,
15 million?
yeah, so 15 million, 2 first-round draft picks, and then the rights to Forsberg. 5 players on top of all that. And the Nordiques won the cup. Or turned them into a cup contender.
Yeah.
Almost overnight.
Wow.
And it's one of the most one-sided deals. You know what is the most one-sided deal in history?
Gretzky.
No, Keith for Caleb Jones. How many different Minnesota North Stars players scored goals against the Jets on November 11th, 1981? I'm going to just say 11. It's going to be the highest option. Correct. In a 15-2 win over the Winnipeg Jets. Like, what the fuck was the NHL back then? The youngest NHL captain to ever hoist the cup. Is it Niedermayer?
It could be Taves. Not McDavid, because...
Is it Crosby?
Might be.
When did Taves get drafted? 2006? He's younger than Crosby, but was he...
Maybe 2007.
So it's Taves then. No, it's Crosby then. Yeah, fuck. I overthought it.
Wait, he was the captain in 2009?
Who?
Crosby?
Yep.
Who was in 2005?
Lemieux.
He was still playing.
Yeah. Him and Crosby played 1 season together, I think.
And then, 21 years and 10 months.
The youngest captain ever, isn't it McDavid right now?
I thought it was Landeskog.
I think McDavid took it from Landeskog.
Maybe, yeah.
Because McDavid got named captain in like his 2nd year in the NHL. The guy played 1 injured rookie season and then got named captain. And then that's it for the questions. So, it's been an hour and 11 minutes, so we're almost kind of as far as we were last week. But I know today was probably a bit of a boring episode for everybody, considering there just wasn't too much to talk about. But you can't really do anything about that.
We made the most out of it.
Yeah, we tried to ramble on about stupid shit just to... and we made ourselves look like idiots doing a hockey trivia. Maybe it's not so easy. I gotta give my apologies to Biz, because maybe it's not as easy.
I would have thought it was instead of Detroit,
I thought it would have been the Sens, yeah, but whatever.
Yeah. Anyways, I think we wrap this up.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully some of you guys are returning listeners, because it'd be kind of cool to pick up like a
fan base.
A fan base, I guess.
Who knows if that's even gonna happen?
Please, if you guys do have any feedback, leave it in the comments. We also, I forgot to mention this last week. We also will take if you guys have recommendations for things we could talk about, leave it in the comments, and we'll definitely add it to the list of things. Because we're not really sure exactly what the NHL is going to be looking like over the next little while. We do have the World Juniors coming up, though, and since this is an all things hockey podcast, we definitely will be talking about the World Juniors. They start on Boxing Day, so I'm super excited. Boxing Day is Sunday, so this episode won't even be out by the time the World Juniors starts. So the next episode, which we'll record after the Christmas weekend, we will start talking about that for sure. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and We'll be back again next week.
You guys check out YouTube and TikTok. We haven't posted on TikTok yet.
I gotta start.
But we will.
Yeah.
And you can follow us on Instagram. It's on the thumbnail of the video.
Yes, sir.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Yes. Have a good one, boys.